Hi, I'm Richard Moore, Executive Director of Texas Community College Teachers Association. Thanks for joining us for this series of videos related to the commission that is studying the way community colleges in Texas are funded. Please join us for this and future videos that will show you how you can get involved in the process to contribute your point of view on any changes that may come to our funding from the legislature. Thanks for being with us.
It's akin to an interim committee. The commission will have legislative representation, both in the form of legislators themselves and appointments to the commission by legislative leaders, the lieutenant governor, and the governor, and the speaker of the house. But it doesn't have any legislative authority itself. It will make a recommendation, and then it is very likely that those recommendations will be carried to either the appropriations and finance committees of the legislature or to the higher ed committees of the legislature. And then the legislature will actually work on those in the 2023 session and decide either to accept the findings of the commission and turn them into statute, turn them into law, or reject them or continue the work and continue to evolve those recommendations. So the real work, the work that will ultimately affect faculty will be done in 2023. But the preliminary studies, kind of like if you're writing a book, you're not publishing the book yet, but you're doing all of the research and studying and framing out the book. That's what the commission is doing.
On K-12 funding. So we saw that model and kind of built off of that. So this commission contemplates a very similar exercise, looking at the whole structure of community college finance over the interim period with the ultimate goal of going into the 2023 legislative session with some real fundamental overhauls and changes to the community college finance system. The current formula system with some minor changes, particularly the inclusion of outcomes funding in 2013, it's been largely the same since the early 70s based on contact hours. And so we thought at the Association of Community Colleges that it was time for a change, or time for a significant look at entertaining a change. The bill itself did name a few key areas that the commission, the actual commission, is required to look at, and those include things like the relationship between the economy and our enrollment. So for example, when the economy is down, typically our enrollment goes up and vice versa. The commission is also supposed to look at the dynamics of dual credit and the cost structures underneath it, as well as our own local taxing authority, service areas and boundaries, and expressly also any cost efficiencies that have been gained through shared services. So those are just some of the things that the commission by statute is required to look at, and the steering committee will be looking at those as well.
Thanks for joining us today. Please be looking for future videos in this series, and feel free to reach out to us at any point with any suggestions or insights you might want to share with us. And check out our website, tccta.org, as well as our Facebook page, Twitter feed, and Instagram page for future updates.